Welcome to the KiddNation Extra, everybody.
Hello.
I'm on my first full week of summer vacation with the kids.
How's that going?
Not good.
You said you had your son running laps yesterday?
Had the son running laps yesterday. It is just, now I get it. Now I get what my parents were talking about.
Which part in particular?
The whole where they called me annoying.
Yeah.
The whole where they tell you to...
bored kids are annoying.
Yeah, go do something on your own. I get it now. I get why my parents said that. And it sucks when you realize that your parents were right.
Well, it's such a different generation now because parents are playing with their children.
Right.
And the kids expect mommy and daddy to play princess, to play all these things with them. That is not the way it was when I grew up. My mother and father did not get down on the floor with me. On a rare occasion, daddy would do something. But my mother was not my playmate.
Yeah.
And so parents have kind of set themselves up for this.
Yeah, that's true, too.
I think that's where I screwed up because I told myself since my parents were the same way and didn't play with me, I was like, anytime my kids say they want to play, I'm not going to be too tired. Well, guess what? I am too tired.
Because I don't look back at my mother and I'm mad at her for not playing.
No, not at all.
Me. It just wasn't the way it was.
Daddy was
we
at
would
work.
go out in the streets and play with, you just meet the kids in the neighborhood and that was it. I remember kids knocking on my door. Hey, do you have any kids in your house we can play with? And I'd answer, my mom say, hey, Kelly, come see her. Some kids out front want to play. And you'd go play.
Well, my neighbor across the street is being homeschooled right now. So once or twice a week, they shift houses. And they bring about 6 or 7 kids over to their house. And so they have recess. So 2 days out of the week, I'll have at least 15 minutes to 20 minutes where my kids can go out there and play with those kids.
Oh, that's
the
cool.
rest of the time, not happening. And I try to tell my kids, it's like, go play with them. But I do find myself thinking about, I never got mad at my mom, but I got mad at my dad because when I wanted to play catch, he never wanted to go play catch with me. He never wanted to shoot a basketball with me. That's the only one I remember actually being a little upset about.
Your son is almost to the age where he can play with slightly older kids, too. Like he does. He's 8, so he can probably get around, maybe a 12-year-old.
10-year-olds.
Yeah. Because then once they get a lot older, they don't want to play with the little kids,
Yeah, so if you have any ideas on how to keep the kids entertained over the summer that does not involve going on road trips, please drop it in the comment section. I would love to see some of those because we're looking for ways of how to keep them entertained, but
I was a weird kid because I was an only child, so I'd just go in the backyard and play by myself.
That's what I
play
told my
in
kids
my
to do.
room or read. Like I don't ever remember playing with anyone.
Go look at bugs and stuff. All they want to do is get on the dang iPad and the computer and play video games. That's all they keep asking to do.
Problem. There's so many other options now.
Right.
And they're not allowed to do that until the weekend. So now we just spend the whole week of just basically getting begged.
There's so many free things to do if you just put in a little effort. Because, when I was working and, well, I still am working, but when my daughter was home with the nanny, man, you'd be surprised. They stayed busy all the time.
Yeah. Like,
the treat for my daughter is when Nanny Laura said, hey, we're just going to stay home today. That was the big deal.
She wanted to?
Yes, because that was the treat because they stayed gone all the time. They go to story hours. They go to the dollar movies that they have during the summer. They go to the zoo. They go to everything they could that was free and then some discounted stuff, that I'd buy tickets for. But to stay home, that was a big deal. And what Emma Kelly really loved was when Nanny Laura said, keep your pajamas on. We're going to IHOP.
Oh, breakfast.
To go out in your pajamas.
Yeah, never did that.
The biggest deal. Because you think you're getting away with something. And she just thought that was the hugest thing.
I just remember spending my summers, and I was telling Anna this the other day, because my mom would have to keep going to work and stuff. So I would have to sit on my mom's bed and eat boiled eggs until she got home.
So we blame her for the boiled eggs.
Yeah, you've been eating on boiled eggs a long time.
I've been eating on the bad boys. Yeah, I had my little bowl of boiled eggs, and then I had the TV on, and then I was only allowed to get off the bed to go get water in the kitchen.
Like you're in a prison.
I was. Well, that's how they kept me from running outside and getting lost.
My parents, I'm kind of like Kelly. Go outside, take the bike, and we'd get a couple of buddies, and you know how far you can go, but you always want to go a little bit farther than you can go. But, we would do that. Like nowadays, sometimes you go through neighborhoods, you don't see any kids playing outside.
No, they're all indoor. It's too hot out
Everybody's
there.
afraid of being,
kidnapped or whatever.
Kidnapped. It's true.
Yep.
It's not going to happen, right?
Well, it happens.
Sometimes, but it happened back then, too.
Happened back then, too.
But we were all going out and riding our bikes and stuff.
Yeah. And you buy accessories for your bikes.
Oh,
buying a radio. when I was growing up, buying a radio for your bike was a big, huge deal. Or a light, a generator light. Those.
Now you can just put the little speakers on there.
Yeah.
Which is
if your bike
cool.
doesn't have a radio now, you're like, oh, what's wrong with you?
Well, speaking of school, Tristan wrote us, and Tristan's about to embark on a really cool journey because Tristan is starting college in the fall.
Nice.
However, Tristan says, I can't decide what my major should be. If you guys could go back to college today, what would your major be?
Oh, boy.
Oof.
I liked my major. I was an English major, but when people don't know what they're going to do, just take all your core courses that you're going to have to take.
Yeah, your general.
What's the other? Bachelor of Arts. What?
It's a science? Bachelor of Science?
But there's you could take the courses for that because those kind of everything.
Yeah, your basics. Yeah.
Your basics, like you're working towards that, but then you can always kind of shift.
Jenna, what'd you major in?
Journalism. But that was technically a Bachelor of Arts. I got my Bachelor of Arts in mass communication because that will cover a lot of marketing and journalism and all of that.
You'd probably go to business now, right? You'd try to get a business degree.
I need it, right? I read so many business books. I sucked at the math part. That's the hard part for me. There's stuff about business I love and get, but man, the econ. I took an econ class because there were hot guys in it in college. I sat in there for 2 weeks and then waited till the dropout period where you could drop before tests and stuff.
Yeah.
It's I can't. I couldn't. I could not focus on the math.
What about you, Al?
I would probably do microbiology and with a minor in linguistics.
Yeah.
Linguistics.
Nice, linguistics.
Because those go together.
That's pretty good. Yeah, you need those.
I just Googled hardest college course.
Is that what it is?
I tell you what I love.
Biomechanics is?
I loved my anthropology class a lot. That was a great class. I took that during what they called a Maymester, where you just kind of crammed a bunch into a week or 3 weeks sometimes.
It's a cool women's store, too.
My favorite class was anatomy and physiology because you got to see inside the body and you got to do some work on cadavers.
Mine was psychopharmacology. You learn what drugs, legal and illegal, do to your brain and to your body.
Yeah. I'd actually go into medicine. If I knew what I know now about college and how to get my...
That's where you were going.
Yeah, but I had to go into nursing because I didn't know how to get the money and the loans. But now that I know how to get the loans and how to do the testing and how long it takes, I would go for medicine.
It's never too late, JC.
At this point, it is too late, I would think, to start my career as a doctor. It would take too long.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah,
you got to be somewhere. Might as well be a doctor.
Man, it'd be...
When you get there.
Yeah, it is.
My friend's husband did that. He was a college professor and decided I'd rather be a doctor. Tommy Jean's husband.
Oh, really? He started late? He's a later?
As a college professor, he went back and became a doctor,
I Googled hardest college courses, and this came up for Harvard. The second hardest course is Math 55A Honors Abstract Algebra.
Abstract algebra.
I don't even know. I don't even remember algebra.
Regular algebra was hard.
Abstract algebra.
Abstract. All right, well, Tristan, good luck. And whatever you choose, you can change your major as many times as you need to. We never know what we want to do when we grow up, when we get in college. So good luck. Keep us posted. And if you want to be the question of the day, drop it in the comments section. We'll be back tomorrow with some more gift cards with our fun game,
Wheel of Gift Cards.
Make sure you're listening between 7:20 and 7:40 tomorrow morning. We also have love letters to Kelly and
whatever Wednesday.
Whatever Wednesday. See, whatever, bro. All right. We'll do it tomorrow. We'll see you then.